Hey everybody, this is Kevin from Fort Orange Woodworking, and today is blade replacement day. I'm going to be swapping out my old Diablo 50-tooth combination blade for this brand new CMT Orange combination blade, also 50-tooth. This is an Italian company. They boast German steel. They've got a lot of features on this blade, and it comes at a pretty comfortable price point, which you can see in the comments section using the link below through Amazon. But most importantly, let's check out some of these features, run it through some tests, and see if this combination blade by CMT Orange was worth the purchase. Let's go ahead and check it out. This is a 50-tooth 10-inch blade made by CMT Orange Tools. It has 4 alternating top bevel teeth plus 1 flat grind tooth so that your cuts will be flat as opposed to angled when they're finished. The product packaging states that it is suitable for both rip cuts as well as cross cuts on hardwoods, softwoods, plywood, and melamine. We are going to put that through the test in just a minute here, but first, just a couple of the other features. It has dampening lines here that reduce sound and vibration, so hopefully this will cut down on some of the noise. It features German steel from this Italian company. It also has a couple of other features. They say it's got a tensioning ring that help hold it during rotation, as well as some orange chrome coating for durability and longevity, and a couple of other features. But most importantly, let's go ahead and see if any of those claims hold up and if it was worth the new purchase. So let's go ahead, head over to the table saw. Okay, first up, we're going to do a cross cut on a piece of standard pine. This is about 3/4 of an inch, just about. I'm going to go ahead and use my cross cut sled for this, and I've got it raised up, and we're just going to go ahead and go through a non-knotty portion of this because we're going to go through some hardwood in just a second. Here we go. My first impressions is that went very, very smooth. It's been a little while since I've swapped out or cleaned blades. In fact, in full honesty, I had to replace that Diablo blade because I tried to clean it and I accidentally left it in some vinegar for way too long.
What an idiot!
And it just created too much damage that was not fixable. So this is the first time I've had a good, clean, fresh blade in a long time. And man, that was a super clean cut. I mean, there's like barely any fraying on this at all. But let's go ahead and do a rip cut and see how that turns out on the softwood. There's our rip cut. That came out nice and clean too. No fraying whatsoever. Beautiful cut. I got caught up a little bit because my my thin rip jig was in a little too tight, so that left it a little snug in there, but it went through without any problems. Let's go ahead and move on to phase 2, hardwood. Of 3/4 inch red oak, and it's got a little knot in here, and I'm going to go right through that knot and see how that takes it. Let's go ahead and try it out. And again, that turned out very, very clean. I got a very small amount of fraying here, but I don't think that's from the blade. I think that's from the imperfections in the wood. beautiful, smooth cross cut there. This is so smooth right here. I mean, it's like perfectly flat. So let's go ahead and do a rip cut with this piece of red oak. There we have our pieces of our rip cut. Again, a nice smooth finish on that side. Feels like it's been almost planed down. Really happy with this so far. Let's move on to the next step, which is going to be plywood. All right, if you know anything about plywood, it can be notoriously difficult to get clean cuts on plywood just because it's the nature of the type of wood and it's prone to fraying. So I'm going to do a rip cut first so that we can see how clean it is without any sort of modifications with just a straight line. And then I'm going to do a cross cut. So let's go ahead and start with our rip cut. I'm going to give this an extra ½ inch here to work with. All right, here we go. Okay, that was our plywood. Normally with plywood, it's prone to little tears like this little guy right here. It's prone to tears. And that's from a previous cut. But this is the cut we just made. And it is, again, really, really clean. So we've got one more test with the plywood. We're going to do the cross cut. I'm going to do it without a marking. So normally what I would do is I would take my marking knife and I would draw my line on where I want the cut, and that helps prevent the fraying. But for this test, we're going to go with no line, see how it turns out, and if we need to, we'll use a marking line as well. Okay, first up, no marking line. All right, so here is our plywood using no marking line. You can see this one little fray right there. In fact, that came out so clean. I'm not even going to use a marking line. I'm going to skip that test because this was so clean. It was unnecessary. Now on the back side, there is a little bit of fraying. Maybe that's just because of the concave of the board or from sitting not flush on the ground, but perfectly acceptable. But I am going to skip using that marking line because this turned out pretty clean on its own. And finally, we have melamine. Like plywood, melamine is prone to not so much fraying, but chipping. And you can see that right here on this board that I cut before. This was for a rough project. I didn't need a nice clean line here, so I just went ahead and cut that, and it chipped quite a bit. But for this cut, I'm going to go without a marking line to start. And I'm going to do it on this side so you can see the chipped side versus the freshly cut side, and we'll see how that turns out. Here is the top of our melamine that we just cut, perfectly smooth, no chipping whatsoever. However, on the back side, there was a little bit of chipping. Maybe that's from the rotation of the blade or how it sits in the sled, but I'm not sure. Well, there was no sled, or maybe against the table saw itself, but I'm not sure. So that could be the reason why, just where it was sitting, but that top was perfectly smooth. Now, there's no real need to do a cross cut and a rip cut for melamine because it's the same thing whether you're going this way or this way. It doesn't really matter, but just for the sake of it, let's go ahead and do a cross cut anyway. This time what we're going to look for is how does this tackle the bottom side, because that's the only place where we seem to be getting chipping. I'm marking this because it's a straight edge. I'm going to put it face down because that seems to be where we got the chipping from. Okay, here we go. Crosscut melamine. Another clean cut on that one. Here's the back side. It did chip a little bit. I can only assume that that is from being on the underside of the blade as it comes out. It can't get in there as cleanly and just pulls it. But overall, that turned out pretty good. And there you have it. That was just a quick review of the 50-tooth 10-inch combination blade from CMT Orange Tools. Maybe you found that your table saw has been bogging down a little bit lately, or your cuts just aren't as crisp as they once were. It might be time to start thinking about replacing that old blade with something new. If you want to go ahead and check this one out, go ahead and check the link in the section below in the comments. Feel free to drop me a note if you tried this, if you have any questions, if you like it, happy to hear from you. Also, you'll find up-to-date price points through that link. Please remember to like and subscribe if you have not done so already. And as always, I will see you next time in the shop. Thanks a lot, everyone. Take care.